All right, now I would like to work on something that I don't think we've done in any of my classes, at least not yet this year. So we're gonna work on toe touches. Now, toe touches are something that is used more in jazz, so feel free to do this if you want, if you don't want to. But we do them in all sorts of dances, and it's really good to strengthen your muscles, be able to jump up really high, and control your legs and your arms to get out and do something to the sides of you while you're in the air. So this is a good one for everybody to do. So we're gonna just kind of work on this a little bit, break it down. So first things first, what we should look like when we're in the air. Okay, so a toe touch, a lot of you probably think you go like this, right? And you just kind of jump straight out, kick your legs out to the side a little bit, right? Did you see where my feet were? My feet were pointed towards the camera, and my arms were out like this. So this is actually called a starfish jump. So we can do starfish jumps in dances just the same. They're a little bit more controlled, but it takes a little less skill, okay? So a starfish jump is when your leg comes up straight from your hips like this. You're not gonna be able to get very far unless you're super, super flexible. Not all of us are flexible in that direction. So it's gonna be not something you can usually get your legs all the way up to the side. So I know lots of times when we watch somebody do a toe touch, it happens so quick, we think that they're splitting their legs up to the side like that. It's actually kind of an illusion. So I'm going to kind of teach you a little trick on how to get your legs up a little bit higher. So first, what you're actually doing when you get in the air is you are basically going to be in a straddle. So that straddle stretch that we did in the beginning of the class, where we're like this, that is a toe touch, okay? That is the positioning you want for a toe touch. Obviously, what you're going to want to do is make sure your toes are pointed and your back is up straight. So some of you, when you go into this position, you kind of tend to lean back like this. You want to make sure that your posture is good. So that means you're going to be up straight, okay? When you do the toe touch, you're going to jump up and you're going to punch your arms out to the side, okay? Sometimes we might punch them out to the front, but for now, we'll punch them out to the side. So you're basically going to be having both your arms and your legs out straight to the side. Now, if you can jump really, really high, and some of you might be able to jump higher than others. If you can actually create the illusion that your legs are going up over your head. And all you have to do that is jump up high enough to where you can kick your legs up like this. Okay? So, that's kind of the trick with a toe touch. You really aren't going like this to the side. Okay? That's too hard. And it can actually pop your legs out a little bit because most of us aren't flexible in that direction. So you're going to just basically try to sit into a straddle but be in the air. So for little ones, for my little kids class, you're going to start on the ground and we're just going to start in a squat. And I'm going to count 5, 6, 7, 8 and you're going to bounce and then you're going to kick your legs up. So for example, you're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, bounce up. All right, let's try it again. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, bounce up. Good, let's try it a couple more times. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, bounce up. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, bounce up. Good, all right, so now, I'm sure some of you probably jumped up and then you fell to the ground, right? So you want to make sure that when you kick up, you want to try and kick those legs back in really quickly so that you can land back down on your feet. All right? So little ones, feel free to pause, have your parent pause the video here and practice some of those jumps. You can put on your own music. If you are in my older class, you can do standing toe touches. So these are a little bit tricky because you don't have your legs aren't sprung down so far that you get all this spring to come up. So this takes a little bit more energy. Little ones, you can try this one too. Basically, you're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to go up on your toes. You're going to swing down to your knees, and then you're going to jump up. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, up and out, okay? So for example, this is what we'll do. Ready? You go. 5, 6, 7, 8, up and out. And when you land, you want to try and land back down into this position. So basically your prep position You want to land right back down in that prep position, okay? If it's hard for you to land down here, to clean it up, you can land down on the ground and then stand up until you get more comfortable. You don't want to land straight leg, okay? That's going to hurt and it might hurt your leg. So make sure when you come down, you're bending your legs and landing in this prep. So let's try a couple of those with standing. Ready? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, up and jump. Good. Let's do a couple more. And 5, 6, 7, 8, up and jump. 2 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, up, jump. 1 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, up and jump. Good. Woo. Let's get me out of breath. So again, pause the video here, both classes. If you're in the big girls class, on Mondays or Tuesdays, practice the standing toe touch. If you're in my little class, try doing the spring from the floor toe touch.